what would it take to get the folks at Nourish and Flourish to do a live video event that we invite everyone to? Well, apparently a near post-apocalyptic COVID-19 situation. We this time, that's crazy, right? Like, I'm sure all of you, no matter where you are in the world, no matter how conscious, how woke, how connected you are, if you're anything like us, you have been shaken out in all possibly beautiful and brilliant, and ugly and disturbing, like every possible anything and everything has been emerging for all of us. And we collectively, as we've been kind of going week by week, unfortunately, as many of you know, some of you may not know, we've been able to stay open. And and so we feel really grateful that we've been able to continue to serve, and we also completely understand for those of you who have been in town and decided to like hunker down and give yourself a break. All good, all good. And at the same time, like, it's been painful to not connect in the ways that we normally do. Like, I can't even imagine what it has been like for possibly many of you, where you might just be kind of holed up and not have human contact. And so we feel very grateful and fortunate that we've been able to like continue to work people, see people, certainly in a very different way. Like, you know, we've modified everything here to do our best to match and meet all the standards that are current. I think you can also appreciate that we're not typically, you know, we're pretty hands-on people. And so at the same time, we've really recognized that, like, okay, well, if we're gonna play the game, we need to do it in a way that's really honoring kind of like what is being asked for in terms of all the rules and regulations, and what's going to, you know, create the most comfortable and safe environment for everyone who does come in. So the bottom line is, we felt the desire to connect on a level which is the best that we can do right now. And at the same time, I mean, kind of a secret blessing, because God knows how long it would have taken us to get our asses on the technological like front in the way that this is. So bear with whatever glitches show up. You didn't see us behind the scenes, but there was some scrambling and scurrying about. And thanks to the wizards in terms of technology relative to Zoom, we got it all squared away and set. So, set up a rhythm with you all. So we're gonna do this to start every other week, same day, same time for a half hour. And as Dr. Chelsea Ray mentioned, the first third is gonna be just us kind of connecting, maybe giving a little bit of information. The second third is gonna be us leading some connection to our bodies, so you can kind of take everything that you've installed here on site at Nourish and Flourish and elsewhere and really tap into it in some new exciting ways that we've been kind of unpackaging over the past several years. We will open it up for some questions. So anything that comes along, you can type into the question, just like Dr. Chelsea Ray said. There's a little section, if you're new to Zoom, probably nobody's new to Zoom these days, but there's a chat box and you can click on there and you can type in a question. We'll do our best to get to them. We'll figure out some way to get that out to you. We may just kind of push it over to the next time, but we'll figure something out. So first off, we just want to thank you, everyone, for being on tonight. We want to say that we miss you. If we haven't seen you, we miss you. It was so exciting to see names and faces popping up on the screen that we hadn't seen in a long time. And know that we like so adore you, care for you, love you, and that energy is always like, that's always happening. So part of what this kind of new emergent reality is that the invisible is becoming visible, right? So if you think about it, like, you know, virus is invisible, and yet it's forcing us to recognize that there is this invisible energy happening all the time. If we flip that side of the equation and we look at something that's, you know, maybe not as, you know, currently terrorizing as a virus, although it still isn't seemingly as deadly as last year's flu, the amount of fear that's unrolled in this is palpable. So whether you've, you know someone, or you in fact have been affected physically by the COVID virus, what we do know is that the amount of fear, what the message of it, fear has been in the background, is going to come flying forward fast. And so that's what we have individually and collectively been navigating. And it's also an opportunity for us to recognize that the invisible forces that connect all of us are very awake, alive, always have been. And now more than ever, it's really important that we start to recognize that even though we're separate, we're not separate. We never have been. And so starting to cultivate that level of awareness on an individual level, knowing that you are tapped in, that you are connected beyond yourself, and that we are all interconnected and interlinked. And the moment you think of someone or feel someone, like they're literally receiving that message. And the way that the planet is starting to evolve, and humanity as well, this is really one of the gifts that is present in our times. And so we want to give you a way to open up your body tonight, and we'll do that in a few moments. And I just want to open up the floor for anything that these brilliant wisdom goddesses have that they want to share.
Thanks, Brian.
Sure.
I am really interested in how you all are doing. I'm looking forward to questions and just like connecting conversation later. And one thing I just want to say that I think will relate to everyone on the call is that this has brought out the human in us, hasn't it? Like, this is something that has affected every person, from like someone from all socioeconomic levels, all demographics. Everyone who has feet on this earth is affected by this, and we're all being shown how human we are. And we all have different degrees of how we're affected, and in different areas of our life that are affected. But one thing that one message I'm getting is how connected, like Dr. Brian was saying, is how connected we all are. And what we do in the face of uncertainty, really, this is kind of, to me, and I've been connecting with some practice members about this, is that it's like we actually shined a bunch of light onto the planet, onto ourselves. But sometimes when you shine light on something, you get to see what was in there. If it was previously dark and you flip on the light, you get to be like, oh, that's ugly. I don't like that, or that's scary, or that's right? This has brought all different flavors of things, and in my experience, every hour is different than the last. Every day is different than the last. Every week is different than the last. So the best thing we can do right now is to be with each layer as it is, and know that from all this unpeeling and all this connecting with ourselves and each other, we're totally going to be better on the other side. And I know that. And it's getting really messy in the middle. And we can deal with that. We can be with it in each moment. And it's requiring a lot of our spirit. It's requiring a lot of our presence and our patience and our trust, and also our courage and our knowing. When there's a ton of information being thrown at you, you get the opportunity to know what's true in yourself, and to really find that and dig into your strategies that work for you. They still work. If going for a walk worked for you before, it still works. If petting your cat used to work for you, it still works. If calling a family member used to work, that still works too. Oh, hey, Natalie. Yeah.
Chelsea Ray has the amazing ability to like deliver content and wisdom and let people in at the same time. I think I would blow my lid on that.
So I hope that that serves you. I hope that relates to you. Just know, like, we're in it with you. And the best thing we can do is just be with these layers each moment as they come up and realize that it's just part of being human. And we are passing a series of initiations right now.
Yes, that is for sure.
Yeah, so I feel like the best thing
That's
for
your
us to
tie-in.
do.
What do you want to say?
Yeah.
I just want to say that I didn't think I was going to be here right now. I was going to set up and peace out. And then I saw all of your individual faces pop up, and I was like so excited. I had so much joy. And it was like the first time in weeks where I just felt so present in the moment. And I'm so grateful to be able to be in community with each one of you. And so I'm gonna sit right here and stay.
Yes, she felt a powerful initiation for all of us. And you know, on that, I just kind of want to like take some of the threads that have been thrown out. Like I have been able, like something that I think is really important for all of us at this time, and especially people who are in, you know, whatever, teaching, leadership, mentoring roles. And I know a lot of people on the call are in that domain. Like I feel so excited that people who have tribes, people who take care of other people come and are part of our community. And I know it's true for like all of us, is that we have been like feeling deeply, like we have been really like moving energy personally, collectively, a lot. And so just know that if you have, if things have, I mean, obviously things are more intense. If you've been moving beyond what even seems like is impacting or affecting you, know that there's a very special portal that's open right now relative to the capacity to move energy of fear and also tap into your lineage, into like not just your stuff, the stuff that your family brought to you and you didn't necessarily, like it didn't happen to you, so to speak, but like it happened to your family and they may not be here anymore. And so kind of it's our job to move through that lineage stuff. And the beauty is that we get to also receive the gifts from that. So I just want to say, like, it is a powerful time for that right here, right now. I mean, we'll arc through this, and there will likely be more waves that follow. So part of what we want to do is set up this dynamic so that no matter what happens on the earth, that we can continue to build our community in some important ways that, that are important to this time.
One more thing before we move into body connection. Brian talked about leadership. Dr. Brian, talked about leadership. And some of you might have like obvious tribes that you lead. You know, you might own a business, you might have a lot of people who you influence, you might whatever, fill in the blank, it might be obvious. And some of you, it might not be obvious, but I got this feeling when you were talking, everyone on this call is a leader or you wouldn't care to be on this call. You're on this call because you care about investing in your connection to yourself and humanity and community. That makes you a leader. And what defines leadership right now to me is something that's very timeless. It always defines leadership. And if you're wondering, like, what do I do in this time? How do I lead in this shit show? Excuse my language. Is love in the face of fear. That's it. Love everyone who's fearful. Love yourself when you're fearful. Let your words be love and let your actions be love. And that's going to look different in each situation, or it can look different in each situation. So I just want to say that, like, if you're here, you're part of us going in the direction we want to go.
Yes.
As humanity.
Yep. And if you're not leading anything right now, you're about to.
Yeah.
So minimally, if you're like, I don't feel like I'm a leader, know that you're leading your lineage. You're here. You are the person that said yes. Because if you're in our circle, like that's just the truth. That's just reality. We don't attract anyone unless. So if this is new, Steve, then congratulations.
Thanks, Trey.
So we're going to do some body connection, and this is something that has been kind of emergent from a few different things that we've done in the past. Certainly, somatorespiratory integration, the brilliance of Donny Epstein's, very much influence this. And it brings in some different qualities and elements. So if you have the capacity to be upright, now is a good time to do that, as we will as well. So stand up. Okay, and how far are you moving?
We're good. We might
Yeah.
stagger a little bit.
Yeah. So we're gonna this is what we call connection to your abundance. And right now, your connection to your abundance is really, really important and powerful. You need to be abundantly, vitally open, aware, alive, permeable. Right now, everyone's going in the opposite direction of permeability. Everyone's trying to protect against something that you just really can't on the outside. Like there's no mat, there's none of that's going to protect. What you need protection from is on the inside. You need a very aware, awake, alive, powerful immune system that's connected to your nerve system. Fortunately, as we move forward in time, we're going to find out more new science that gives us a better story than science, of the news is telling us relative to the immune system and viruses and all that. So stay tuned for that. Likely not here, at least right now, but just know that your most powerful, defense, so to speak, is actually permeability in the sense of energy, knowing what you can take in, being able to take energy from the cosmos, from the earth, from the trees, from the sky, and pull that into your body to really feed your everything, your immune system, your physiology, all of it. So we're going to actually start connecting to the ground, and we're going to pull energy from the earth up to every single power energy center all along the way. So we're going to do it slow and steady, and you're probably going to school dance, you're going to screw shit up. You're not going to be so great at this right off the bat, but we're going to do it so many times that you'll start to get it. And the basic move is you're going to breathe in whatever way is natural to you. There's only 4 breath patterns. You can breathe in the nose, out the mouth. That's great. You can breathe in the nose, out the nose. That's great. You can breathe in the mouth, out the mouth. That's great. You can breathe in the mouth, out the nose. That's great. So just know that whatever feels comfortable for you right here, right now, what you seem to be breathing, whatever pattern, that's the one you're going to do for this. And you can play with it too. So we want you to be able to explore the breath patterns. What we're going to be doing is, I'm going to step back.
We're going to demo first.
Yes.
In slow motion.
Yes.
And then we'll do it all together. So just receive this first, and
Yes.
then we'll guide you through it.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to start down into the squat position, however you can do that. And we're going to breathe the earth energy into the body through our hands and through our feet. So you can just watch this. And then we're going to pull that earth energy all the way up into the root, which is like if you cup your hands up underneath here. So the breath is going to be inhale, inhale, and then you're going to pull that energy out and open. And then you're going to exhale back to the root and exhale all the way up your body through the crown all the way up. So that's the exhale. Then you're going to inhale, pulling the cosmic energy through your crown, bathing the whole front side of your body all the way down to the root. And then you're going to exhale. That's the inhale. And you're going to exhale all the way down. Spot just above that, which is the pubic bone. Inhale, 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 inhale as we're coming out. And then we're going to exhale into the pubic bone and all the way up the front side. So that whole movement is the exhale. Then we're going to inhale all the way down the front side. Inhale and move our hands out. And then we're going to exhale as we come into the pubic bone and all the way down. And we'll do one more demonstration. We're going to inhale, inhale, inhale all the way to the bladder area as we bring our hands out. So that's all inhale. Then we're going to exhale. This whole movement is exhale all the way up. Then this is the inhale all the way back down to that same spot, the bladder. This is all inhale. And then exhale all the way down. Exhale. Okay? So what's going to happen is it's like we're energetically flossing or opening up the lines to every single center. And we're like drawing the earth energy in, and then we're like sharing it. We're giving it to our whole field. Then we're gonna pull that energy back in and floss all the way up. And then we're gonna pull that. Every energy center is going to basically open all the way up to the third eye, okay? How fun is this?
Maybe we ought to go through each position.
Yes.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah. So, here's the quick. Every part of your body is sacred. Every part of your body has meaning and connection. So we're gonna start from the bottom, like root. We're gonna do in these places, have your fingers together. That's how we'll always tell you how to do it. We're gonna start root like we already did. And then it goes this way after that. So your hands are in a different position for the pelvic floor. And then they'll be facing this way for all the other positions. Thanks. And from here, you're gonna pretty much go up like one hand width at a time. So here's one, and then the second one is bladder, and the second one is belly button, and then like right above the belly button, and one more right where your ribs kind of come to a V, but you're still in the soft part of your belly. And then right here, which like if you wear a bra, this is where your bra strap would be. And then right over the heart, and then right over the collarbones, throat here. You can wrap your thumbs if that feels good. And you can do, and then third eye. So those are all the places. I just wanted us to run through them first.
Yes. That's the dress rehearsal. All right.
Okay.
So come all the way down into the squat position. Make sure that you do it in a way that your body likes it. And the more you do this, the easier it is to get in the squat position. And just start to breathe in and exhale and draw the energy of the earth in your hands, your fingertips, and the palms of your hands to your toes. Just drawing all that earth energy. And then on the next breath, we're going to breathe all the way up into our root. So here we go. Inhale, 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 and then bring your arms powerfully out and open. And then root all the way up. This is all exhale. Good. Then we're going to pull the cosmic energy all the way down the front side of the body, all the way to the root and out. That's the inhale. Then exhale all the way down to the earth. And we'll just hang here for a moment. This party was just like, holy shit, what did we just do? Cool. And now we're going to pull this energy all the way up. We're going to go to the pubic bone. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And then exhale all the way up the front side. Make sure you're touching every part of your body. Pull the cosmic energy through the crown, third eye, throat, upper chest, all the way down to the pubic bone.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. And then exhale to the pubic bone all the way to the ground. Next stop is bladder. Inhale, inhale, inhale to the bladder. Arms come out. That's still inhale, exhale as you go all the way up the front side of the body. And then inhale the crown, bring it all the way down to the bladder, out, and then exhale all the way down. Good. And then inhale, we're going to the belly, belly button, out. Good. Then exhale all the way up. Good. And then inhale to the belly, still inhaling there, and then exhale all the way down. After a while, you kind of start to get the movement. Then just one hand length above the belly. Good. And then exhale. Good. And then again, just one hand length above the belly. You don't have to be totally precise. Close enough works here, people. Yes. And then one hand length above or below the sternum here. There we go. All the way up. And then inhale to that same spot. And then all the way down. Good. And then to the heart position. Low heart. Yes. And then inhale to that lower heart position, and then exhale all the way down. Then we're going to go to the clavicles or the collarbones all the way up. That's the inhale, and then the exhale up to the cosmos. Pull that cosmic energy to the clavicles. Exhale out for the high heart. Good. All the way down. We're going to the throat. So important. Up. Inhale to the throat. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale all the way down. Yes, this makes some sound. Last spot, third eye.
Long inhale.
Long inhale. Oh, that's a big one. then exhale up, and then inhale, short inhale, and then long exhale all the way down. And then let's just hang in that squat position. Let your body breathe and move and stretch. Let yourself be an animal and make sounds. That's a whole lot of energy we just moved in. You don't have to do the entire system flossing. You can pick one spot. Beautiful. So if you have a clock or watch, you know that we've gone over. And this is our first foray into it. So if you have any questions, feel free to pop on right now, and we'll do our best to answer in a few moments here. And then we'll do our best to also honor the time.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah. So if you have a question, just unmute yourself. I believe you can. Oh my gosh, Christy, I just saw you on here. Hi. A lot of you might remember Christy. She used to be here every day. So if you're not a little high from that, we'll just keep practicing.
So
Hello,
Hey, who is that?
Amy.
Hi.
Amy
So-
from Georgia.
Amy, hey.
Yes. Hello.
Hey, I have a question. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So my issue has been everything that you mentioned, but I wondered if you have any little secret in your bag. I'm doing yoga, I'm walking, I'm painting, I'm applying for SBA loan, I'm about to pull my hair out. But what I notice in my daily, I have a lot of tightness in my chest, and I know it's anxiety because it's a pattern that I used to do. And I had gotten really very good not doing it. And but my mind, I feel like a rat on crack. Like I'll be in the kitchen doing one thing, and then I'll be like, okay, and it's like there's no fluid movement in my day. However, I do get things done, but I just don't seem to be able to find a rhythm. And is anybody else feeling the same way?
I'm going to go ahead and raise my hand for everyone here.
Yeah.
Let me give you just the quick and dirty on this one. There's a longer conversation to be had. The one thing about right now, which is true for all of us, no matter how connected, awake you are, everyone needs to move more emotion now than any other time, period. So fear is basically compressed emotion. It's like coal. And so right now, you know, we had a lot of energy that was blasted at the coal. And so there's a lot of emotion that's coming out of those chunks of coal. So emotion goes in two directions: outward, as in action, which is the more masculine; inward is the more feminine, which is the more feeling. So you're doing action part, but not as much is going into the feeling part, emotion. So one thing that I like to say is loud mind, loud body, meaning like your mind's going, or your body's like yelling at you, or there's pain or discomfort or whatever. That means quiet emotions. Okay? Increase the volume of your emotions, meaning make sound, give yourself permission to make the sounds along with the body movements, along with connecting to that part, because there's a sound that wants to come out and it's not. So one of the ways you can do that is you can do that connection and basically energize it in that heart position, and then start to make sound on the exhale, and you will move a tremendous amount of energy through that portal, and it will help you a lot. So most of us, like, think about it. We're covering our sounds, okay? That's to keep the virus from spreading, but it's also stay silent. Stay home and stay silent. Okay? I'm not saying that someone's doing that to us. I'm just saying that's the message. And unconsciously, whether you like it or not, some part of you is getting that. Whether you're doing it or not, we're seeing that enough times where part of us is just like, okay, I need to be quiet. I need to stay home. I need to stay moving emotion. So we need to move way more emotion than we likely have been. And that will boost your immune system and get you moving in directions that you need to. So that's a great question, because I can guarantee you it applies to pretty much everyone here.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Yeah, great question. And know that if there's a question popping up through you, in you, around you right now, it's because it's relevant to everyone else. So I do want to note the time. We'll spend a few more minutes, and of course you're all free people. So, you already know that. Hop off if you want and stay with us if that feels good. So Trey wrote in a question.
Trey, can we read this? Oh, you wrote it to everyone. So yes.
Yeah.
You want to read it out loud?
I was just gonna say something real quick.
Oh yes.
Yeah, hi. I didn't have a question. I just wanted to say hello to you all, and it's really great to see you guys.
God, Greg Varno is Urge and Flourish ambassador to the world. Went out and traveled all over the place, and I'm so happy to see you here, man. I'm so excited for what you're doing in the world, and what a treat.
Yeah, it's really great to see you guys.
Yeah. And it's been a while since we've seen Greg.
You too.
So awesome. Thank you. Erica and I probably got it. We were overseas, got home, and then, there's a lot of messages. And then kicked its ass, ate well, slept well, increased cardio, walks and bike runs, etc. All good now. So just saying this virus is not the end of the world. And also to say huge compassion for all the suffering and fear going on. This said, an overall emboldening of our immune system seems to be a good call. Any ongoing things we can do to support the extra health?
Yes.
Great question.
Great
Great job kicking its ass.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, holy shit, I can't even imagine what it would be like to be symptoming towards death, as many people are doing on the planet right now. So I want to make sure that y'all get that we're not taking this lightly. Some people are getting hit hard. It's in many ways, it's kind of back to the basics. Like sun promotes vitamin D. Vitamin D is so important for our immune system right now. Getting good water, good water not city water, not with fluoride in it. Making sure that you're eating well, resting extra. So all the usuals. In terms of this, we learned in chiropractic college, really supportive of that. So, we're fortunate we have a juice bar where we're getting lots of whole vitamins, daily. And if you aren't, supplementing is probably not a bad idea, especially vitamin D, because we live
Hey, we're here.
Hi. I don't know what happened there.
What did happen?
Whoa, that's freaky.
Oh, that's not us. That's not us.
Oh,
We're
okay.
here. Oh my God, y'all.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us okay? Give a thumbs up if you can hear us. Okay, good.
Yeah, we did it.
We got kicked off our own call. So, really just taking care of your body. Vitamin A, C, D, E, and zinc are really, really important to a healthy immune system.
And if you guys have questions about, I know we're flying through this stuff. If you have questions, just email us.
Yeah.
I'll write you back, and I'll even send you links to stuff that we would take.
Yeah, and we'll be
So-
back in 2 weeks as well.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. We love you guys, and we're gonna do this every 2 weeks because it feels right to us right now to keep connecting with you. So
Yes.
we're
We,
gonna take-
whatever questions were in the chat box got erased when we went offline. So if someone had another question, we're happy to answer one more. And then,
Yes.
like we said, we're also really good to answer any questions via email.
I have a quick question.
Great.
So you mentioned the moving through the lineage stuff, and I've definitely noticed that. And so I'm wondering how that plays out for, like Jack, my son. Does that, like, as I'm working through that stuff, then does that just kind of disappear for him? Is he also kind of working through it at the same time? Like, is, trying to handle that with him?
That's such a good question. And your first thing that you said, does that kind of disappear for him? The energy doesn't disappear for him, but it makes it easy for him to feel it and just move through it and it not be a thing. So the stuff that our ancestors couldn't heal and couldn't feel, we take that on, and it's our project.
And you're each other's Sherpas. So there are gonna be some things that Jack handles that you won't have to, and there will be things that you handle that he won't have to. So, so the answer is yes. You will be clearing stuff out for him, and he will also be doing things for you, and he's gonna push your edge on certain things and be like, hey, it's right here, hey, it's right here, hey, it's right here.
Yes.
As we do for each other when we're in intimate relationships. Yeah, and the other thing is with the ancestral stuff is like none of us are here to handle that on our own. So very powerfully ask your ancestors to clean up their own shit with you. Like you're here in form to do the body part of it, the 3D part of it, and make powerful requests of saying like, I want some help here.
Totally.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you have anything you want to say finally?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, so good to see you guys. So good to feel you and hear from you. And even if you didn't say anything, like we hear you. And we're gonna continue to work in this way and in any ways that are gonna help expand our reach and our ability to stay connected. So know that we love you, and we'll see you ideally with even faster and better technology next time on our part in terms of the setup. At the end, do us a favor.